It's Monday, June 10th. Welcome to the Monday News Brief. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Monday News Brief for the week of June 10th, 2019. I'm your host, Nate Iverson, and here's a list of what we got coming up today. This week, we're going to again be bringing you updates from the Chamberlain Recreation Department with Recreation Coordinator LaMie. We're going to be talking about the cooking menu, plenty of baseball events, swim teams, swim lessons, and again, talking about the online registration that's making everyone's lives a little bit easier. We're also going to sit down with Chamberlain School District Superintendent Dr. Debbie Johnson. This Monday night, we're going to be having a school board meeting. She's going to give you a preview of some of the topics being discussed tonight. She's also going to talk about what's going on in the month of June, giving you an update about what it takes to run a school district in what I call the off-season. We're going to be solving the age-old question, does pineapple go on pizza? I say no, some others say no. You can let us know what you think by voting in the poll on YouTube. To vote on the poll, all you have to do is visit our YouTube channel, Central Dakota Times newspaper. Become a subscriber, it's absolutely free. And as always, if you're looking for full news stories, coverage, notes, community events, entertainment, and more, be sure to pick up your copy of the Central Dakota Times every Wednesday morning in the Central Dakota area. Let's get to the show.
I'm Debbie Johnson. I'm the superintendent of the Chamberlain School District, and this will be starting my 10th year in July with the district as the superintendent.
So you've been a superintendent for 10 years. Were you here beforehand, or?
Yes, I have been a teacher and also a principal in the district before becoming the superintendent.
What'd you teach?
6th grade science, reading, and art, and then after that I went right into my administrative work and became a principal.
3 classes. That's a lot.
Yeah, and science and art sometimes are a real different mix, but it was a great experience to be on the both ends of the learning.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're a teacher, so I gotta ask you the super tough questions first.
Okay.
What are you reading right now?
Well, I'm in a book club, so I have a variety of books that I read, but the next one we are going to read is Dear Committee Members. And then, of course, I read a lot of different journals for school. We always have a couple book studies during the school year, and we're going to select our book in July that we're going to read for the next school year. So I read a variety of things, yeah.
Sure. Watching anything on TV?
Baseball. That's about all I watch.
Oh, really? Who's your team?
Twins. It is a good year.
I am a Fairweather Cubs fan.
Okay.
So that's...
Well, at least Fairweather and not closet Cubs fan, right?
Well, actually that's not true. I've been kind of a Cubs fan for years. I just never watch the rough years.
Oh, okay.
So.
And they're on a lot, so you can watch them too.
So, the Twins have the best record this year, don't they?
Yeah.
Still?
I'm not sure it changes.
There's so many games a week,
Yeah.
it's hard to keep track of them.
Yeah.
So, oh neat. What's your favorite part about the summer? And you can't say the weather, that's cheating.
No, well, I think it allows you to look back on things that happened during the school year and then planning for the next school year. You have some time because I don't have as many meetings during the summer, and so there's a lot more time to plan. And one of the things that I really like is there's still always kids and staff around because they come in for the Cub Power program, we have summer school going on, we have pause, and so there are always kids and staff around, but it's very different than the regular school year.
So looking ahead to the next school board meeting and some of the events coming up at the school in the next week, month, kind of preview everything coming up for June, what do we have on the schedule?
All right, well, for the school board agenda for Monday, June 10th, we will have, we have 2 bill lists this month because of June. It's going to be the end of the fiscal year, so we want to make sure that all the bills that need to be paid by the end of the month are paid, so we do 2 bill lists. And then we will have a public hearing on our 2019-20 proposed budget, so Michelle Wilrott will go ahead and do that. Now, she already has proposed preliminary budgets for each of the areas, but this will be the final one that will be submitted, and if we do have to make any changes, we can make those before October 1st.
Sure. So the public notice, how can people get that notice, or how is the notice disseminated?
It's put out through the newspapers.
Okay.
And then I always put on Cub Nation and Twitter that we're gonna have a school board meeting. I don't put the agenda on there, but the agenda can be found at the school district website. So people have access to that, and we also have to post it on a door or where it's visible
Sure.
for people to see. So it's always posted on the high school doors. And so if people come up there even after hours, they can see what's on the agenda. So there are many different places to get the agenda. And then some other things on the agenda, the board will review the strategic plan. We put that together about a year and a half ago. So they'll be reviewing that, and they review that once a month. We have a transportation work group that's been working, and they are going to make their proposal to the board. So that's probably the major issue that we will be talking about. And the transportation work group is talking about the busing of high school students. That was the request that the board had been given, and so they asked this group to put together the information on that. So we'll be going to the board with that. We have some items to surplus. There will be some transferring of some money from impact aid to the general fund. We have an elementary freezer project that Michelle will be explaining. I have some webinars that the board members can look at on their own time regarding board policies and school law. We'll have a staffing update. We're going to be hiring several staff members, and then I'll give a superintendent's report. So that'll kind of wrap up our school board meeting for Monday. So the main issue will be our transportation work group, and then the rest of those will fall into line as to whether the board needs to vote on some of them or not.
Sure.
We'll wait and see. Now, the board will not vote on that transportation information Monday. They
Just a
always,
discussion.
it's just gonna be a discussion. They always take time to think about something before they make their decision and vote.
That is so interesting though. I think it was yesterday I was reading an article, I don't remember where. Kids are driving less and less every single year now.
Driving less to
Getting-
school?
Getting
or-
driver's licenses.
Oh, less getting driver's licenses.
Yep.
Well, I know that part of the issue on what we're going to be talking about Monday is the concern that parents have about freshman drivers or very young drivers
Sure.
on the road, especially with some of the commutes that kids have with our weather. And the driver's education law is changing as to how long students need to have an adult with them. So there are some issues here that we'll be talking about Monday that relate to that.
And
Alright.
staffing, how is that going? That's got to be a tough job to fill every single year, or a tough job
Well,
to
we've
complete.
had several resignations this year that we didn't realize we were going to have.
Mhm.
And so it's been a little more of a challenge for us, but we're being very persistent. You know, we've got it out there, making a lot of phone calls to universities or to other school districts who might know and be able to help us a little bit with that. I really believe that we'll be fine and in great shape by the time the school year starts. We have a couple yet to fill, so I think we have 3 teaching positions after Monday to fill, which isn't really that bad, but most of the time by now we are staffed with our teachers. So
Right.
we'll take a look at it, but you know, we're just working diligently on it. The principals are working really hard, so we'll be okay. We just need some time, and that's what we've got right now.
Well, yeah, I think school hasn't even been out for a month yet, so
No, we're fine.
it's all good.
It'll be good. We have to make it that way. Our kids need teachers.
Okay, there's one right answer for this.
Okay?
So this is a yes or no question. Does pineapple go on pizza?
Yes.
All right, we're done. That about wraps it up with Dr. Debbie Johnson. We will include links to the school district agenda information on k12.sd.us,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Yep, that'll be down below, and we'll also include links to Facebook and Twitter as well, so you can get all your information. As always, be sure to check out the Central Dakota Times every Wednesday morning. We'll have the school board story coming up this week, as well as notes.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you
Dr.
very
Johnson.
much. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you got me on the bed so far, so it's early though.
Yeah.
What did you say, 5?
I did the opposite of you, because you thought it was going to be a sweep.
No, I said 5.
And you said Raptors might win. I think you said Golden State in 4.
I said 5.
Did you
gotta
say
check
5?
the tape. Check the
I'll
tape.
check the tape.
Check
Okay.
the tape. I think
Because
it's
I did
5.
the exact opposite.
But obviously I'm wrong about that. But I think the bet should just be Golden State and Raptors. Are we worried about the games, or are we worried just who wins the series? I mean, honestly, I don't remember. Gotta check the bet.
So I'm remembering that you're picking Golden State in 5. I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna say Toronto in.
Wow, so
I'm gonna say Toronto in 5.
you're taking the Raptors to win the series?
I am. After the way they turned it against the Bucks in those last games of the series. Of the last.
Holy smokes, that is unbelievable to me. But what if they get Kevin Durant back? Will that change your opinion?
Let's cut to the chase.
Okay.
Ron, what do we got going on in the rec department for this upcoming week?
Well, a lot of the same thing for summer rec. I mean, we still have our baseball and softball on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do our cooking classes, and I do know what we're going to be cooking this next week.
You prepared, perfect.
I am prepared.
What's on the menu?
This week we are going to make, they're called like taco sticks. You get yourself some of that Pillsbury Doughboy like pizza crust, and then you brown some meat. You put it in there, and you put a cheese stick in there too. You put like one of those like cheese sticks that you like, you know, as a kid, string cheese or whatever. You put it in there, you wrap it up, bake it, and it's kind of like a taco cheese stick. You can dip it in sour cream or salsa. Have you ever had those before?
No, I haven't. That's kind of neat.
Wash the dough, and it's kind of a cool meal for the kids. And then for dessert, they're gonna make ice cream in a bag. Have you ever done that before?
Oh, is that with like the salt and then
you shake it.
Booyah.
So yeah, a couple fun things for them. I mean, you know, their hands might be a little cold from the ice cream in a bag, but that would be pretty. That's gonna be fun. We still have our floor hockey that we do on Monday, and ping pong. Ping pong was really fun last week. Kids really liked it a lot. They had like a giant tournament in there.
Oh, sweet.
I just heard, because they play in the community center, I just constantly heard, whoa, whoa.
Is it in the gym there or that?
We do it in the meeting room.
Oh, okay.
So a couple of tables out there. So, and then on Wednesday we have our flag football and our tot time. I don't know if we talked about tot time last week or not.
A little bit, yep.
That was really neat. We won't do it again, but you gotta like set up different obstacles because 3 and 4-year-olds, you know, their attention span is limited. So you got to rotate them. We had like bubbles. We had a little obstacle course for them. It was just tons of the sidewalk chalk, and you get them little ices at the end. They love it. And then we do flag football on Wednesday as well. So everything is, you know, really kind of the same, because we'll go through a couple weeks of the same things here before we change to some new activities. And then but except for Friday, there's a thing that we're doing called Super Soaker Wars. So the kids kind of come out in the afternoon when it's a little hot, and we provide a whole bunch of squirt guns where they can bring their own, and water balloons, and soccer students to field. They're just battling out. We
get to go ham.
Super Soccer Wars. Yeah, they love it.
Oh, sweet.
They love it. So.
And the pool is up and running?
The pool is up and running. It's up and running, and we start swim lessons next week. That's the big thing that's happening at the pool. So we'll get going with our first session, and we go with our even levels first. We do 2, 4, and 6. We do those from 9:30 to 10:15. So any child that's in those levels will come at that time. And then we do our odd levels after that, 1, 3, and 5, and those go from 10:15 to 11. So it's kind of a busy time where we're at the pool because you get the swim team going back and forth, and then you got levels, lifeguards teaching lessons. So it's good though. I mean, it's good. A kid can, you know, they can choose to be on the swim team, or they just want to learn swim lessons. We offer both things, so it's kind of neat.
Sweet. And registrations can be done online now.
That is correct. So
pitching that again.
Yes. So I mean, if the website's, you know, like I said, it's a little long with secure.rec1.com/SD, then Chamberlain SD. It's kind of a longer site, but you can always go to our city website, which is chamberlainsd.net, which is a simple one, and it's all over that page too. So you can sign up for pool passes, swim lessons, any other stuff online. So.
And I believe that is the link we included last week in the description. Yep.
Yes.
So if you're confused about the descriptions, the Chamberlain shortcut will be listed below.
Yeah, and
not
that's
the long
kind of
one.
neat. Yeah, that's kind of neat. People like that. I think the online stuff has been a very success so far. So. Yeah, and then, you know, we'll again do our we'll have our baseball and softball teams, youth playing. On Monday we have our women's the women's softball, adult softball will be playing up top at Explorers Fields, and our youth softball girls will actually be going to travel into Lyman to play. Games over there start at 5:30, so they'll go to Lyman and the boys will practice. Then Tuesday, that's usually when the guys play and the girls practice, so the guys will play that night. We'll have our white team play at home, so we'll have the fields going up at Explorers Field, and then our red team will actually be traveling to Corsica, so we get people going all over the place again like normal.
Right.
And then Wednesday again, it's the girls' turn to play. They'll be going to winter. The guys will be practicing again. And again, if you see all these kids on all these different fields, you'll understand we use all of them.
Yeah,
so
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. They're getting used for sure. So, and then Thursday, our guys again will be playing away. One will be going to Corsica and one will be going to Platt. So usually the guys' games start at 5 o'clock and the girls' games start at 6. So for youth. So if anybody's ever interested in going up on you can go up almost to the field any day of the week except for Friday and catch some sort of baseball or softball game going on. So
perfect.
whether it's adult or youth, you'll see something.
You'll find something.
Yeah, you'll find it up there. So Explorers Fields are the ones we like to use for the games. So yeah, so it kind of gives you an overview. Our Saturday, Chamberlain's having a swim meet too. Chamberlain hosts a swim meet on the 15th. So if anybody wants to come watch some of our excellent swimmers, the swim team has a great program, I think. So they do a great job with those kids. Those kids get up, they work hard every morning, and it shows. It shows the program's good. They're very successful and they win. So if you're interested in watching some of that, that'll be going on Saturday. I believe this meet starts at 10 o'clock.
Okay,
So.
and that's all day pretty much after.
Well, I would say, most of the morning into the afternoon a little bit. Then the pool will open again.
Oh, okay.
So the pool does open that day. It's just a little bit later than normal. I believe we open at 2 o'clock. So normally we open at 1. So we'll open at 2. So if anybody's interested in going to the pool on Saturday, it'll just be a little bit later. But you can come down and support your local swim team too. So yeah. Yeah, so that means it's a busy week again next week, but always good, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What was I talking to? We have Dr. Johnson on also
Yes.
in this show.
Oh, wow.
And she is going to be before you.
Okay, perfect.
So I asked her this question, and there's only one right answer.
Okay.
Does pineapple go on pizza?
I do not believe so. I'm not a pineapple.
Oh,
pizza
thank
fan.
you.
I've never been a huge fan of mixing like sweet and savory like that.
Yeah.
I'm not big into that, but I think it's kind of an odd flavor.
It's I'll eat it, but it's not.
What did Dr. Johnson say?
She thinks it does.
Oh no!
She thinks it does. I know.
What did they kill you or what?
And there's just that fact. 10 out of 10 people that think it does, their opinion is completely wrong. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So.
It's just one of those things that's an oddball. It doesn't seem like it belongs there too, and it's like a cold flavor. You know what I mean? That's another thing that's weird. Is you don't cook pineapple, do you?
Have you had roasted pineapple?
No.
Grilled pineapple? Oh my god, yeah. You can grill
Does
it.
it bring out the flavor a little bit more?
Yeah, and then you before you grill it, you like marinate it in brown sugar, and it gets like a little crust on the outside.
No kidding. I've
Yeah.
never had that before. That sounds good.
I mean,
I would eat it, but I mean, it's for me, pineapple's cold.
right.
So and it's a hot pizza. It doesn't really mix together with me at all. But I think that I think more people would lean our way on that.
You think so?
I bet if we took a poll.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna put one up on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, does pineapple go on pizza? Answer the poll. We'll see what happens.
Thanks everyone for joining us this Monday morning for the June 10th edition of the Monday News Brief, bringing you a preview of the week's events in the Central South Dakota area every Monday morning at 7 a.m. If you'd like this content and would like to check out more content from the Central Dakota Times, be sure to check us out on Facebook at Central Dakota Times and on YouTube at Central Dakota Times newspaper. We'd love to have you on board and become a subscriber and a member of our community. For the past interviews, the links to those pieces of information, the school board minutes, the Recreation Department activity page, and more, be sure to check out the links in the Facebook description and below in the YouTube descriptions as well. That about does it here. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.